Welcome to the Home Assistant integration tutorial. Let's get started. The HA Gateway driver integrates your Home Assistant automation controller's devices and entities into myServer 6. In order for the HA Gateway driver to communicate with Home Assistant, you will have to first generate a long-lived access token. Go to the Home Assistant's web page, and from your profile page, select the Create Token option in the Long-Lived Access Tokens pane. Save the access token you create in a text file, as you will need it in the next steps. Install the HA Gateway driver, and then navigate to the HA Gateway drivers page. The first thing you need to do is add the Home Assistant controller as a local myServer device. You can either click on the Discover button at the bottom of the page and let the driver find it. Or, click on the Driver Command Testing button and select the Host, Add Host option. From there you would type in the name, the address, the port, the token, and the room in the actual command field. For this demonstration we are going to use the Discover button. This may take several seconds. Once the Home Assistant host has been added, click on the pencil icon to edit the device properties. Now open your text file where you saved your long-lived access token, and copy and paste it into the serial number field and click Save. It will take several seconds for everything to appear. After a few seconds, the display should refresh with all the Home Assistant devices the driver has discovered. 2 important notes. All the discovered devices will be imported in a disabled state. This is done so that we do not overwhelm the system with a lot of devices that may not be needed, that would otherwise adversely affect your device license count. Also, all devices will be placed in the unknown room. This is done so that we do not automatically create a lot of rooms that might not be relevant. If you scroll the page to the left, you will see that the Notes column has been populated with the area ID, as it was defined in Home Assistant. You can use that as a reference when naming your rooms. If your Home Assistant rooms are all accurate, you can save time and simply re-import your rooms. On the bottom of the page there is a checkbox labeled Add Rooms on Import. Activate this checkbox, and then from the Driver Command Testing, execute the Remove Devices command. This will flush all the old devices out of the system and re-import them. This time you will see that they have been placed into their proper rooms. In our test system, we have a large number of Lutron devices that need to be controlled by myServer. You can either enable each device one by one, or save some time and bulk enable a range of devices all at once. There's a command for that. Select the Enabled Devices command from the list of commands, and then from the Family to Enable drop-down, select the name of the family of devices you want to enable. In our example, we are going to group enable all the lighting devices. Click Execute to perform the enabling. All the lighting devices are now enabled. The process can be reversed by running the Disable Devices command. Here we disable the lighting devices. And now, they will go back to their disabled state. Next, we are going to look at myServer variables versus Home Assistant entities. If you click on the right arrow button next to any device in the driver, you will see all the server variables that have been associated with that device. Here we show the variables for the Great Room lights. Notice that we track both the myServer and Home Assistant sets of variables. The variables that start with the family name and an underscore are the set of myServer variables. The other variables are equivalent to the Home Assistant entity values. You can use any of these variables in myServer. Both sets will be updated in real time as soon as they change in Home Assistant. Now, for command testing. You will want to get familiar with myServer command syntax. You can do that from within the driver. Under driver command testing you will see that we provide samples for all the available HA Gateway commands. You can exercise any of them from this page, and then use the generated command in your designer pages. Here we test the command for turning off a light. Now, for ongoing development. During the development of the HA Gateway driver, we were only able to test on a handful of systems with a limited amount of devices. The driver works well on the systems we tested it on, but you might find on your system we may not have found all your devices. Or we might have incorrectly identified some of them. This is where you can help. You will see a command option called Send Devices. When you execute that command, the driver will create a copy of your Home Assistant devices and entities databases, and send them to our development team for testing. We will be able to load those registries in our lab and make the adjustments to the driver. If you want to submit your devices for review, execute the Send Devices command. This will display the following pop-up. You will have to answer yes to send the data. But first feel free to change the message displayed in the text box. The data is submitted anonymously, but if you want to hear back from us on what we found, type in the email address where you can be reached. If you click yes, it will be followed by a toast message when the data has been sent. Please check our Home Assistant forum for up-to-date status on the continuing HA Gateway driver development. Thanks for watching.